Everyone, meet Ray. Ray is a gold level Rocket League player and father, but his son is a grand champion. Ray wants to be able to play his son and challenge him to a 1v1. I'm going to be helping him every step of the way as we climb through the ranks, learning everything we can so that we are ready for the final challenge. This is Ray's journey to Grand Champion. Yo guys, I just wanted to say sorry that it's been so long since a Ray video has come out. The last video was released on August 5th, and since then we've had the Rocket League World Championship, and I also began a new series where I'm taking on a personal goal of reaching Supersonic Legend. But anyways, last time we saw Ray, we worked on a ton of different speed drills to help our golden boy play a little faster. Now, of course, he's had a lot of time to work on things while we've had a break, and I want to quickly update you guys and tell you that Ray is in Plat 3 at the moment, but he's going back and forth between that and Diamond 1. So yes, Ray has officially reached Diamond at his peak. So our goal for today is to help him with something that I think he needs a lot of work in. That's right, Rocket League's best mechanic, flying. Just like a bird, we need Ray to be able to fly a little more freely. So I have some good news and some bad news. The good news is that we got one of the best coaches and YouTubers in the Rocket League world, Wayton Pilkin. He joins us today to help Ray work on aerials and offer some of his tips. The bad news, the audio for this session got corrupted. That means you won't be hearing any Ray or Wayton in this episode, but I'll do my best to kind of reiterate what was said and explain some of the drills that Wayton told Ray. This is the first drill that Wayton told Ray about. It is simply driving around this middle circle around the ball. Wayton told Ray to do it without air roll at all, and you can clearly see that Ray is struggling a little bit. This is creating what are called blackout moments. It should look like this, of course, when you're circling around with no problem, but there's moments where you can't figure out what you're doing, and when you fall to the ground, that should be a learning moment, and the more blackout moments you get, the more you're gonna learn. Wayton decided that it was a little bit too advanced to do that first drill, so we went into the goal-to-goal aerials. Flying straight across was obviously easy enough for Ray. He is a Diamond 1, so he can do that fine. The problem is flying upside down, and as you can see, when you go upside down, all your controls end up being inverted, so when you move up, your car goes down, and vice versa, so it's actually very difficult to go into upside down if you've never done it before. So we're gonna make sure that he does this on his own when he's training, because I really think that this is a natural step to getting better at aerials. Wayton is completely correct. This is something I did, and I'm sure a lot of you players right now who are watching can probably say the same. The good part about Ray, and I wish you guys could hear this, is that he is a crazy good learner. Like, this guy knows how to take in information. He might get a little frustrated like we all would, but he ends up doing things pretty quickly overall. So here he is doing some successful upside down aerials. The final step in the wall-to-wall aerials is what Wayton is showing. It's when you put your car sideways and try to fly across. This is definitely the most advanced level, so Ray is not going to do this today, but it is something he's going to work on a little bit as he goes into his own practice. Wayton went ahead and made Ray a custom training pack where you can practice the things that he just taught Ray. He has all of the things listed in order, so you're going to do normal, upside down, sideways, and you're also going to add in zigzags. Can't believe Wayton actually did all this for Ray. It's kind of a crazy amount of work. I really appreciate Wayton. Ray's gonna get so much better now because of your help. As you guys can see, this is really just a simple training pack, but he's just kind of reminding Ray that you should be not just doing one type of aerial, but changing it up. So like this is the upside down zigzag, just to get a little bit more control without going too crazy. Wayton, you do so much for me and for the people in your community. You're an awesome guy. Thank you, and this is gonna help Ray a lot, I can tell. There's one more lesson that I want Ray to work on, and this tip is one that I think is completely overlooked when talking about aerial control in the lower ranks. It's simple, but all I want Ray to do is to hover on the goal line like this. I told him that there are micro movements involved in balancing your car in the air, and doing this drill for a few minutes a day can seriously make a major difference in your stability. Ray was struggling a bit to get this down, so it's clear that he has some work to do. There's also some boost management that comes into play here because you have to keep yourself airborne, something that requires a precise amount of boost expenditure. I also went on to tell Ray that this small drill will also play a direct role in making aerial plays off of the wall easier. If you take a look at my car when I jump off the wall, I maintain my vertical height by fluttering my boost and then stabilizing my position. So not only will this drill help in basic aerial control, but it also has a big impact on the advanced mechanics down the road. Now, we can't simply just focus on aerials because, truth be told, ground play is more important. Yes, that's right. The debate is over. Ground play is more important than aerials. And I've recently learned that if you can control things on the ground, you control the game. Aerials are nice and all and are especially helpful in the higher ranks, but Ray needs to get better at the fundamentals of ground play if he wants to see more wins. Obviously, it's going to be good to work on both, and that's why we just did the aerials, but all of this is basically inspired by a pro named Flakes, and he's on YouTube, he's on Twitch, but basically he created a series where he got Supersonic Legend without mechanics, which is basically just using ground play and fakes and the mental game, and he obviously did it. He got to the highest rank without really doing any aerials, and his series opened up my eyes to how important these skills are that I'm about to teach Ray about. Make sure you guys also pay attention. I wish I learned this earlier. Flakes will mention it as a power slide cut. I mean, honestly, it's a very simple mechanic. Yeah, you can go to my screen. The point of it is explained in like a Rocket League way of how it's going to be effective is you're just making a massive direction change left or right, not towards the net. Like right now, if I were to drive forward, there is no change of direction, and whoever's defending can defend the ball very easily, correct? Even if I have the ball in my head and I'm going straight, it's the same thing. Someone can jump up and get after it. If I try to like jump here, it's the same thing. Someone can still jump vertically up and not have to do too much to defend my save. So the point of the power slide cut is to have it be rolling towards like the corner, and you literally just drive into it and hit it either left or you hit it right. And then you're gonna be somewhere behind it like this. You'll be seeing the opponent, and then at some point you're just gonna make the decision to drive at it and cut it to the other side. The more exaggerated you can be, exaggerated meaning the more it's away from the goal, the better off you're gonna be. So yeah, just get it rolling towards one of the corners. You're gonna want some space, and then you're just gonna do the cut. Not bad. You're gonna use a little bit of boost. Yeah, try it again. Just give yourself a little bit more space. I only want to kind of see one, so you can, yeah, start it at that side, push it to like blue, and then get your space figured out. Remember we talked about that in the first lesson together, because it's always important, because you can't create an angle without space. There you go, and then you're gonna go right and then hook around with a little power slide also. So that one, when you're a little bit past the ball, yeah, there you go. Yeah. See, that was good. That was good. It is fairly boring. So what I do in free play is I'll imagine like there's an opponent, picture someone coming at me, and I'll try to outplay them. If you have a friend, unlike me, you can pull them in and try to do it on them. That dude, perfect, by the way. That looked awesome. Ray looked really good on that last attempt, and I honestly just wanted him to start thinking about this as an option on the ground instead of just trying to shoot it all the time. I tried to show him the purpose of this by 1v1ing him, and I clapped him a little bit. I took it over his head into his net. Get wrecked, Ray. But no, I wanted to work with Ray a little bit on shadow defense as well, and how you can challenge the ball, because you can't always just be with the ball, so you also have to get the ball back, and this is what we talked about. Because challenging early is a very obviously risky thing. You could potentially win, but in Diamond, and especially higher Diamond, they know how to like move the ball side to side, which is kind of what we're talking about. And they're going to be able to read you more. So if you're doing this, so like here's the ball. I'm just gonna be you coming down and like challenging early. This is what you're probably looking like. Pretty straight line. So what you can do, so here's blue, start from blue, and I'll be you. So like you're the Diamond player trying to score on you. You can move it downfield a little bit. I just want you to do something like this. So like get here and then like start to play neutral a little bit. Like if they're taking their time, you can reposition. So now I'm just here, right? So like, how are you gonna get by me? You gotta take it to the wall. So now I'm here and I can just like move in, and then you have a teammate who's gonna be behind you. And if you're working on one, you're gonna understand the other, and you're gonna realize, oh my God, so if this guy's defending me like this, I need a direction change to beat him, because I could go in at any time. Ray and I talked about this for a while, and I'm sorry if that was too long of a segment, but I really think it's one of the most important things to learn early so you could be good at it later. But we are going to time skip here just a little bit because Ray showed us his improvement in about 2 weeks of aerial play. Here it is real quick.
Spinning in circles, we're fighting for days, stuck in a phase. I think we're losing the reason. One word is all it takes, babe.
The timeline might be a little confusing, but the ground play stuff we just worked on, that's actually now. And we're about to go into a casual game to test some of the new things we've learned and see if we can beat some champs together. He's got the ball. I'll go up for this one. There you go. So he's probably going to drive into it. Good little, yeah, see? He's scared. He's scared of you. And you gave the ball away, but look, you drove, so you're still able to be in position. I just drove into him, so I got the ball for free. Yeah, just drive into this one a little bit. There you go. See, you drove into it. You've got the ball. Get a little direction change here. Look at that pass from Ray. He's too good. The same deal. I just want you to focus. And I know it's going to feel awkward to focus on something in the game, but I want you to focus on just driving into them when you can. And like the ball and them at kind of at the same time. And I want you to focus on getting direction change on your pushes forward, if possible. There it is. Let him pop it over you. Yeah, good. See, you drove. I like that. You went up to threaten him, but you didn't jump, you didn't commit, and you were back on defense with no time at all. Yeah, I love it. Direction changes. Good. Gave it to me. You just got all of that action by just changing the direction. Oh, he just misses it. So I'm going to take my time, try to get a direction change. There it is. Now it's on my head. Now it's in their net. So that's the high level move. So I could have done anything with the ball. I decided to take my time. There's my power slide cut. It's on my head. And because it's on my head, all I have to do is execute a flick, which is a little bit higher mechanic, but you can do that too, like in due time, especially as you start getting more of those balls on your head. The more balls in your head, Ray, the better off you're going to be. Trying to force it, it'll be like automatic. Perfect. So like right now you're being neutral. We had all that time. This dude's used 100 boosts. You're still in his face. He hates you. I'm telling you right now, that guy thinks you're the worst. I honestly was just watching. Like I almost forgot that you were like a plat. You were playing defensively like a grand champ. You were just in his face for 30 seconds. And we're literally just like being in pain. He's got to flick it over you, and now I can go. It's just a smooth like part of playing this game. There's no shot here, but I'll try to pass it to you. He's up. Love it. Oh, you're just so, dude, you're so brutal to them. What was that? 108 kph? Dude, right in their face.